This week, stop and shop for great deals. Stop and Shop chicken drumsticks are 89 cents per pound. Outshine fruit bars are $3.99. And strawberries, blueberries, or raspberries are buy two, get one free. Stop and Shop. Feed the moment.
The Pix 11 Weather Report, presented by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism.
President Trump making his sentiments known on Juneteenth.
The president did not formally recognize the national holiday yesterday, but he did post this statement on Truth Social. It reads, in part, "Too many non-working holidays in America. It is costing our country billions of dollars to keep all of these businesses closed. The workers don't want it either." The president ended the post with, "It must change if we are going to make America great again." The White House press secretary suggesting it would be a normal working day yesterday. Meanwhile, former President Biden marked the holiday at a black church in Galveston, Texas.
Well, new this morning, certain national monuments could soon be at risk of being removed or sold off for parts. CBS News reports the Emmett Till and Mamie Till Mobley National Monument could soon be among them. The monument includes areas in Mississippi and Chicago that tell the story of Emmett Till, the 14-year-old Chicago boy who was lynched in 1955 for allegedly whistling at a white woman in Mississippi. The monument received federal protection in 2023. However, the Justice Department released a legal opinion earlier this month giving presidents the ability to revoke that status. Some of the land could reportedly be used for mineral extractions. This all comes as the Trump administration continues its push to remove DEI initiatives.
All right, 6:12 now, an illegal victory for President Trump involving his deployment of the National Guard in Los Angeles in response to protests over immigration raids.
A federal appeals court has ruled he can keep the National Guard in the city. That decision extends a previous ruling blocking a lower court judge that found the president acted illegally. The appeals court says he acted accordingly given the violent protests happening in Los Angeles. The president deployed more than 4,000 troops plus 700 Marines to LA to back ICE agents during enforcement operations.
And at 6:13, as fighting escalates in the Middle East, President Trump is giving Iran more time for diplomacy before deciding on whether the U.S. will strike.
Washington correspondent Maddie Beirtempfel in D.C. with more on the president's move.
President Trump is opening the door for diplomacy with Iran.
He'll make a decision within 2 weeks.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says peace is the president's first choice.
And so if there's a chance for diplomacy, the president's always going to grab it, but he's not afraid to use strength as well.
The president has been considering whether to strike Iran's uranium enrichment facility with bombs only the U.S. has the ability to reach. Leavitt says Iran is on the path to producing a nuclear weapon.
All they need is a decision from the supreme leader to do that.
He would use these weapons to wipe Israel off the map.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke outside a hospital Iran struck Thursday. More than 70 people were wounded.
We're targeting nuclear sites. We're targeting missile sites. They're targeting a hospital.
Netanyahu has said he trusts President Trump to, quote, do what's best for America in the conflict. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers are debating whether the U.S. should get involved.
We have an opportunity to take it out. We should all do that.
What we should be doing is try to broker an agreement.
Now, the president will attend a national security meeting later this morning before heading to Bedminster for a fundraiser tonight. In Washington, back to you.
All right, and Maddie, do we know if there are any plans for the U.S. and Iran, their officials, to meet at all before this decision comes down?
Well, there's no plans at this time that have been reported for any visits at the White House, but we do know that a few European leaders will be meeting with Iran's foreign minister in Geneva today, likely to talk about their nuclear program and trying to find a diplomatic solution.
All right, Maddie Beirtempfel reporting. Thank you so much. It's 6:14 now, and let's get a check of traffic and